on a ship called Endurance, the Icebound Brotherhood, a lesson in kinship. There are moments in history carved for the soul rather than the archive. Moments when human beings pressed to the edge of survival reveal the depth of what a people can be when they hold fast to one another. One such moment came in the frozen wastes of the far southern polar waters, where a small wooden ship became the stage for a quiet miracle of unity. Imagine the crew as kinsmen, European men, one son from each of Europe's homelands, a man of the fjords, a man of the isles, a man of the birched forests, a man of the high Alps, a man of the steppe winds, a man of the Baltic rains, a man of the sunlit Mediterranean shores. And one more, a man born across distant oceans, in lands his ancestors had left generations before, carrying European blood but never having set foot on European soil. The diaspora son, seeking the kinship he'd only known through memory, all together on one vessel, crossing a world of storm and ice. The ship was called Endurance, and true to its name, it found itself locked in a continent of frozen night. The sea closed around it like a fist. The hull groaned in the grip of the ice. Winds scoured the deck. On every side, an emptiness stretched to the horizon, an indifferent world that would have broken any crew that failed to become a brotherhood. But these men did not fracture. Under crushing cold, under despair that would eat a lesser company from within, they met each other with the modest heroism that defines the strongest kind of kinship, each man doing what he could, refusing to surrender to fear, refusing to abandon one another. They trapped penguins for food, sang songs to warm the air, mended boots with frozen hands, protected one another from frostbite and hopelessness. Their captain kept the crew steady not through loud command, but through the quiet authority of presence and example, reminding them through action that unity keeps a crew alive long after the ship is lost. The diasporan son pulled ropes alongside his kinsmen. Distance from homeland didn't diminish his contribution. It made his presence more vital. He carried the same blood, faced the same cold, fought for the same survival. Geography had scattered them, but kinship bound them. When the ice finally took the vessel, splintering its timbers, these men stood on the frozen ocean as a people without shelter, without a ship, without the safety of any homeland. Yet not one of them abandoned the others. Not one was allowed to drift into despair. Not one was lost. Across impossible distances, in lifeboats lashed by storm and cold, they kept faith with one another. They rode through nights no human hand should survive. They crossed mountains and glaciers. They endured what could not be avoided, and they overcame what could be mastered. And when their long struggle finally carried them back within the reach of the inhabited world, every man lived. Every nation of European ancestry, symbolically gathered in that crew, stood present, including the son of diaspora, who had proven that kinship transcends distance and generations of separation. The whole crew survived. The lesson of the endurance. A people who hold fast to one another will outlast the ice that seeks to break them. A people who practice steadfast unity will carry their story into the next age. A people who remember themselves as kin, regardless of hardship, distance, diaspora, or their long winters of forgetfulness, cannot be extinguished. Eternal kinship, because kin comes first.